Hey lovelies, you had to know today was coming. This video is going to be playing with some brand new Devinah Cosmetics and I am totally excited. Today we're going to be focusing on the Carnival Sweets collection. I am going to be showing you swatches. I did something a little different and fun. Hopefully you enjoy it with that. And we are going to be creating this look right here on my Swatches. And I'm going to be giving you all of my thoughts on this brand new collection. Now, if we haven't met before, my name is Kelly and I am a professional hair and makeup artist. And here on my channel, I strive to keep beauty real. Real honest, real relatable, and real fun. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, don't forget to click subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos like more Devinah, because there's more coming my way. Now, speaking of, so Devinah, if you don't know, Devinah Cosmetics just recently had a huge Black Friday sale, and during that sale, there was a huge launch. We had 3 different collections, plus a couple individual singles, plus this brand new limited edition palette. So I had fully intended on getting everything. Like literally everything. Just click add to cart, everything, along with some more goodies that I had had my eye on that weren't new. However, I was very excited. I was very excited and very stunned when I woke up on Thanksgiving morning to a message from Devinah saying, hey, just a heads up, we are going to be sending you all of the new pretties, so you don't need to add those to your cart. And I was flummoxed. So, to be honest, I don't have any of those yet. They are still on my way, but I did make a purchase myself, and I happen to have the Carnival Sweets collection already because I actually bought a set to give away in my 2K giveaway. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you are so you don't miss out on the chance to win these pretties. But since they aren't here yet, they're on their way. So what I'm doing is I'm playing with the set that I intended to give to one of you, and I'm just gonna wait for the set and I'll give that one out. Does that make sense? I just couldn't wait. I couldn't wait to touch and play, and boy, am I so incredibly honored and humbled by the fact that Devinah is sending me the new things, so I will definitely be sharing all of it with you. Now, if you are new to my channel, you should probably know that I have been obsessed with this brand since I very first swatched my very first pan of Devinah eyeshadow. I will go ahead and have a couple other Devinah videos linked down below, but I do want to let you know that everything that's in here, and in here, and in here, and all over in this room, I have purchased myself beforehand. So I am very grateful to be receiving some things, and I am an affiliate with Devinah, so I do actually have a 20% discount code to save you some cash. If you do decide you want to get any of these pretties, it is KEEPBEAUTYREAL, and I will have all the deets down in the description box. And by the way, if you are curious what I had in my Black Friday cart, it was, of course, the Carnival Sweets and all of the other new things. I had some other mattes that I had had my eye on, and a couple of these random shades that I just needed to fill my collection. And I will probably share these other things at some point. It didn't really go with the vibe of the Carnival Suite, so I will be sharing that at some point. But if you do want to see my entire Devinah collection up until Black Friday, I do have that video up on my channel, and I will make sure to have that one linked down below. But today, we're going to be playing with these beautiful babies. I was so excited when Devinah started showing the sneak peeks of these beautiful, sparkly, shifty, magical unicorn shades. So I could not wait to get my hands on them. And like I said, I really wanted to be able to share some of the Devinah excitement with one of you. So that's why that set will be going into my 2K giveaway. But why don't we go ahead and get into some details. Now, I will just say before we get into this, the swatches and this look are going to be in a voiceover. Jeremy and his son were doing some wonderful work on our bathroom downstairs. They were like chipping out the tiles, so it was kind of chaotic in here. So I just figured that I would give you the swatches and the look, but I will be doing some voiceover with that. And I hope you don't mind that. I just really wanted to get this up as soon as I could so that you could see, because right now, while the Carnival Sweets are technically like sold out to be able to have delivered to you right now, they are doing a pre-order. And I know that it is very rare, if ever, that Devinah has done a pre-order option for any shadows. So I did reach out and said, hey, how long are you doing the pre-orders for? And it was just like, until we're sold out. So the pre-orders will start to ship on January 15th. So, you know, I know it's not like instant gratification, but it's pretty close. That's really not that far from now. So I did just want to share that because knowing how pretty and sparkly and how excited people were to get their hands on these, I have a feeling they probably will sell out. Now, let's go ahead and dive into some details on this collection. So the whole collection is at full price, $56. Again, there are affiliate codes like mine that will save you some cash. You don't have to use mine. You don't have to use any. But if you do decide to use mine and support the channel, I do appreciate that. But there are definitely other affiliate codes floating around in the beauty sphere. Right now, the Carnival Sweets collection is only sold as a bundle. So I would assume that maybe at some point they will be doing like a la carte shadows, but right now it is one bundle for $56, and of course you can get that 20% off. All right, now let's go ahead and dive into the swatches. So what I want to let you know is that I did swatches on my naked skin, but then, you know, I always talk about how I love to pair a color fix with a beautiful, like shiny, multi-chrome, sparkly, like beautiful shade. So I did a swatch of the black color fix, which is Obsidian, and then I also did this shade Chosen, this like beautiful, kind of like somewhere between pink and violet. It's this really fun shade. So I did a naked swatch, and then on either side of the swatch you'll also see these bases so that you can see how these shades can be transformed, because that's what I really think that the Carnival Sweets collection is going to be beautiful for, is to layer it over something else and to be able to get that beautiful dimension. So I also knew that probably a lot of people would be doing these shades over a beautiful like black base, because that really makes it like pop in intensity. So when I did my look, I wanted to do something very like light, ethereal, you know, kind of like that pastel side of things. So I actually did it over the white color fix. So you'll be able to see that as we get into that. So I just want to give you a heads up on that. All right, now we're going to get into these swatches. We're starting off with this macro shot so you can really see the details. Starting on the right of your screen, we have Rain Tarts, which is this intense purple with a pink shift and almost like a blurple to it, like a periwinkle. It has this really intense tone. Then we have Sprinkle Whips, which is a pink to purple shift. And again, it has a really pretty blue shift. This one has a lot of color payoff as well. Then we have Twinkle Toots, which is totally a favorite of mine. This looks like it is plugged in. It looks electric. It is this beautiful bright blue, almost teal, and it has a little bit of a blue purple shift to it. Then we have Bubble Fizz, which is a total favorite of mine. This one is really unexpected. I don't know how to explain the different tones that it has. It has like a yellow and a pink and sometimes a little bit of a blue. Then we go into Butter Pucker. Butter Pucker is a really pretty yellow shade. If you know me, you know I love a good yellow, and I love the brightness that the shade has and the aqua teal shift, of course. Then we are going to move into Sweet Slush. So Sweet Slush is this amazing shade that's almost like a peachy pink into like a freaking hot flaming magenta pink. It is like, I think on the Instagram page they mention it is a flamingo pink, and it is that and so much more. Then our last shade is Sour Spanx. This is one to not forget about. This is a really crazy color that has a ghost pink, and then it has a beautiful like pastel aqua and yellow shade. It's such a fun shifter. And now we're moving into more of a low light, just a really low indirect light. I wanted you to be able to see the base of these shadows. So you can see they definitely have a little bit of tonality, but a gray base to them. So you still get a lot of vibrancy and that beautiful shift. These colors are going to be so much fun to play with. You can see, you know, the difference that shows up in between the black color fix, that Obsidian shade, and then the Chosen shade, which is that like violety purple. So here I just wanted to again show you a little bit of the shimmer. So I've just been kind of like indirectly moving the light so you can see these just catch the light so beautifully. But I'm telling you, that Twinkle Toot shade, doesn't it just look like boom? It is so plugged in. These are so much fun. So then we're going to move into our last shot here. So again, from my wrist, which is at the right of your screen, we have Rain Tarts, Sprinkle Whips, Twinkle Toots, Bubble Fizz, Butter Pucker, Sweet Slush, and Sour Spanx. I hope you enjoyed. So I hope that those swatches were helpful. I really had a lot of fun kind of like playing with that a little bit. And again, before we get into the look, that was kind of why I wanted to do something like doing a really light base, just to show the potential here. So after playing with these shades, I kind of want to just give you a little bit of my thoughts before we jump into the look, so that I can kind of have this at the end. If you do want to watch the look, you can certainly stay on for the inspo. I really do love the way this turned out, but it was definitely an experience for me. Now, I will say that I use the color fix as an eye base a lot. I will use the nude shades as like a skin tone for me. I mix a couple shades and then I will use that. I've used colorful bases. This is the first time that I have used the white base, and the Danessa Myricks Color Fix Dry Down more, not tacky at all. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really have a lot of like stick there. So for me, it was like kind of playing with the texture of that as a base and also with these eyeshadows. So to give you like my true long-term thoughts, I will have to play with these a little bit more. So what I find is that the texture of these has a bit of flakiness to it. It's not like a true flaky, but given how much sparkle is in these, you have to know that there's going to be a bit of a texture to them. You know, these are not like a foiled multi-chrome. They definitely are full of sparkle. Like if I look right now, it is like the tiniest shimmery beautifulness. Not proper English, but that's okay. So they're going to have a little bit of that feel to them. So I think that you need to either use your finger to really warm these up, or I've also found that using a silicone applicator worked really well. You all know that I am not a huge like team finger person, but I did find that I tried this a couple different ways during the application. So first I tried just wetting my brush and putting that over the Color Fix base, and that worked pretty well. It was just not like as impactful. So then I actually tried using the Glam Glue from Glam Shop, and that I almost felt like it was too wet. I didn't love that. I could have gone through with like a glitter glue, but the thing about a glitter glue is, you know, you can definitely like use your finger to like press into that, but you're not going to get the malleable feel that you will if you're looking for like more smoothness, if that makes sense, because it's tacky and you can't like go like this over tack. You're gonna like pull everything. So if you like something that really brings out the like textury sparkle, I would say that a glitter glue is going to work really well. However, I definitely found that for me, using my finger, just the heat of my fingers to be able to press that in, and then even to like pack a little bit on with a silicone applicator worked really well. When I used a brush, the wasn't quite there for me, and I think that that's going to be just what you find with a formula like this that is a little bit flakier. I also am really looking forward to trying a couple other like tackier bases. I like that Devinah Cosmetics Pero Primero primer. I think that that one has just like that little bit of tack to it, and I personally like a base that has a little bit of coverage to it. So that's just some of the things that I've learned about this. I just want to kind of give you my feelings and, you know, kind of like some insight to this collection. So if you are someone where you don't like working with textured shadows at all, this might not be the collection for you. If you like to have that sparkle and that shimmer, you know kind of what the formulas are like when you're going to be dealing with that, and you will get that from this. Oh, and before we get into the look, I did want to say that the Carnival Sweets collection is an extension of the Exploder. So that was a collection that came out a while ago. I actually don't have any of those, and I'm so sorry. I really should have gotten at least like one of them so that I could kind of compare textures. But what I will say is I'm pretty sure my friend Ruby Minhas has a video on her channel. So if she does, I'm gonna link that down below so that you can see those shadows and, you know, maybe look at the texture of them in comparison. I will definitely say that I think that these shadows are for the person that really wants glitter, like not like chunky glitter. I'm not talking about like ColourPop press glitter type feel. I'm talking about the finest micro sparkle you can imagine. If that's your jam, I think you're really going to enjoy this. If that sounds like not your jam, then I wouldn't get these, because they are definitely Sparkle City. It is more sparkle than pigment. And I think the fun thing about that is that it really gives you options to play. These are going to be beautiful toppers. If you like a glitter on your face, on your face, these will make beautiful, like fun, shifty highlighters as well. I'm not really all about the glitter on my cheeks, but if you are, that would be gorgeous. These would also be really fun, like mixed into lip gloss to make a fun, like shifty lip. So you definitely have some options to play with these. I am really looking forward to using these in the future. I really can't wait to play with the potential of these, and I'm sure that you will be seeing these more on my channel and probably over on Instagram. And if you aren't already following over on Instagram, I would love it if you'd come on over and become part of my Instafam. So this is really where I, of course, keep you updated on what's heading over here on my channel, but also where I like to use some of the things that I have. I can show you different looks, and it's a great way for us to sort of like chat and have those conversations. So I really hope that you will join me over there. And by the way, I'm very close to my 1K giveaway over there. So between between 1K giveaway on Instagram and 2K giveaway here on YouTube, we're gonna be like having some beauty to play with soon. So don't miss out. Make sure you're subscribed and following. So now we will go ahead and step into this look. I did really enjoy this look, I have to say. Again, I was just going for that like ethereal, kind of like cotton candy princess vibes. I did, by the way, use my Devinah Cosmetics palette for this. This is using the Surge palette. In all honesty, I used pretty much like some of these pastels and then a couple of the neons. That is what I reached for the mattes, another great indie brand. Now, in case you were curious, after playing with these today, and of course this was the first time I got to touch these, I do maybe have a couple favorites so far. So my current favorites are definitely Twinkle Toots. This is the one that I have on the middle of my lid. I really am liking this one. The other one that I think is going to be a new favorite of mine is Bubble Fizz. This one was kind of unexpected. This is one of those that I think looks very different in the pan than it does on the Swatches. It was like, wow, what color is this? I don't know, but I love it. It's got a lot of shifts and it's really pretty. So those are probably the two that right now I'm like, ooh. So like I said, right now you can only get the Carnival Sweets in a bundle. Although I have to say, for 7 shadows, like $56, even at full price, is a great deal. And then if you use a code to get 20% off, that's even better. So I really love this look, and if you do want to see how I created that, we're gonna head into that right now. If you really just wanted to hop on, see some swatch magic, I hope that this was helpful to you. If it was, please don't forget to give this video a like. It really does help me out here and helps other people find our swatch parties. And I do really want to thank you for taking some time out of your day to spend it with me. It really does mean so much. That's gonna be it for now. More Devinah magic on its way, and I'll see you really soon. Oh, also, I should probably talk about the palette. I did also pick up this palette during Black Friday. This is the Oscura palette. This is the 2021 limited edition palette. I'm going to pop this here so you can see this beautiful design. And I love that Deandra, like, what do you call it? Commissioned an artist to do this for her. And you have the beautiful Devinah crescent shape included in this. And then of course you have this beautiful like holographic. And then you have the palette name with the 2021 exclusive on the back. Do I remember how many this holds? No, not enough, but I will put the number here for you. What I think I'm probably going to do is put all of my mattes in here. If they fit, they might not fit. I'm not sure. I think I actually tried to like count out how many more I could get and then have the palette full, but I don't know, come Black Friday, sometimes you're just like, pretty, click, click, click. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened there, but this is, by the way, still available. Affiliate codes do not work on this, but I think that for the price, it's at a pretty inexpensive cost if you love a palette to keep all your pretties in. I will say I do prefer a palette that has a clear front, just so I can kind of see what I'm snagging, but that's why I thought I could just know, like, this has all my Devinah mattes, for now, in it. All right, starting off with the Danessa Myricks Color Fix in Lift. This is one of her matte shades, and I'm just using this, blending it out fairly thin. Like, I'm not looking for an opaque white, just enough to sort of give us a lighter base to start with. Now I'm going in with a wet brush and tapping on Sour Spanx. I don't have a glitter base on. Again, this is just a wet brush right over the Color Fix and just tapping that on. Then moving into Twinkle Toots. You can see here just laying it down and then just using light taps to really press that in without getting fallout everywhere. Considering how much sparkle there is to these, having a wet brush really helped cut down on fallout. I can imagine that if you use a glitter glue, you're going to be a-okay. You can see here I'm just really packing that shade on, and then I started using my finger. Here I'm pressing in sprinkle whips, and then I just go through in detail with a brush. I definitely found that either silicone or finger really helped to lay those down, and then just using a brush to detail. All right, now we are grabbing that Blend Bunny Surge palette. So I really, again, just went through with a combination of the pastels and the neons for this. I have Beacon on the outer corner, and then I move into a mix of Chills and also Energy. Or I'm sorry, it's actually Mint and Energy. So the pastel green shade and then the neon kind of bluey shade. I just was looking for a combination of the two, so I think I went through and just mixed the two together. Then taking Cheeks, which is the pastel pink, and just using that on the inner corner and above all of the shades to sort of blend those in. I do also go into, again, that inner corner just a little bit more heavily to really like lay down a bit of a base
to cover up some of that white color fix. I just really wanted a bit more tone right there. And then I decided to go back through and just took a tiny amount of Pulse to really help bring up the vibrancy of that color there. That just really brought it that like a little bit more intense into that like pinky purple shade. A tiny, tiny dot, that was all I needed. And after deepening up that outer corner, I went back through with the shade Sprinkle Whips. You can see here how you really start to see more of the tone in those shades. Obviously, using a white base like I did is really going to create a more pastel, ethereal look. You're just going to see the shift when the shimmer hits the light. Then going through with the white in the Surge palette just to create a beautiful blended result. Then I'm going through with the shades Energy and Mint in the palette. It's the same two shades that I used on the upper part of that like crease in the middle of my eye, just really creating a much more saturated lower lash line. Once I have those mattes laid down, I do go through with two of the Carnival Sweets. Here you can see I have Rain Tarts on my inner lower lash line, and then I did decide to use the shade Twinkle Toots, which is the one on the center of my lid, on the lower lash line. So again, you can really see the difference between laying these colors over a pigmented base or a white base, depending on if you're looking for just a light pastel look or you really want some bam. So this is the shade that really wowed me. You can't quite see the magic of it here, but this is that shade Bubble Fizz, and I just thought this was so magical. I left it in here because you will see there's a clip of me kind of like looking down, double checking to make sure that I'm using the right color, because I started to see this like unexpected pink shift, and then there was like a blue, and I was like, oh my god, did I just mix these? What did I just dip into? So I'm like talking to myself right here, like, what's going on? So I love this. I did end up pairing this look with, I think it's Bee Sting from ColourPop. It's a blue liner. And then of course, put on lots of mascara and some lashes. So here you can see the final result. I love the juxtaposition of the pale pastels on the top and the saturated tones on the bottom. I hope you enjoyed and enjoy Carnival Sweets.